Hi guys! After watching a few season 4 finale reviews, I noticed a few complaints that are always present in some reviews, regardless of who makes them. They are recurring problems in the show that I think a lot of people uh, don't really think about where it comes from. And I believe I can bring a new viewpoint to these. I'm going to talk about these a little later, but first I would like to tell you that I know a lot of young kids, kindergarten kids, kids in elementary schools, because as a young woman I have a lot of friends who already have kids. And we hang out a lot. I think a lot of bronies don't really think about how children watch the show, what's the way that they are enjoying it. My Little Pony is a kids show, and I don't really understand why some people think that's an insult. I don't understand where that kind of frustration comes from. But I agree that this isn't an excuse for bad writing or bad character development and things that bronies usually bring up uh, when they talk about that just because it is a show for children, that doesn't mean that it has to be bad. And I completely agree with that, but I see it in a different way, because all of the kids who I know watch the show. They are all fans. And there are some boys there too. And I didn't expect that. I didn't talk to them about the show. They brought it up. We were at them. We were watching TV, and My Little Pony came up, and they were so excited. We're going to watch it. And I was surprised, and we watched the episode. It was Heartwarming Eve. And we started to talk about the show after that, and it was a really interesting eye-opener experience, because I really believe that My Little Pony is the best for kids, and by that I mean that if you watch My Little Pony, it's the best for you if you are in the age of 5 to 12 or something around that, because you can take away the most from it that way. You can, because it's a really recurring complaint that the lessons the show have are really mundane, that we heard it a lot of times, it was done before, but for little kids who watch the show, they haven't seen it before, it's new for them. And that's why I think that I don't believe that that's a good complaint about the show, that the lessons aren't that creative or something, because little kids watching it the first time, maybe this is the first time they learn their lesson, this is the first time they've seen that moral, and that's why I think it's really important to keep the show in a form so little kids can still take away the moral and the fun from it. And that's why I would like to explain some of the faults maybe that the season finale had, because I heard a lot of people saying that when the girls found out that the keys are keys and those lessons that we're learning were important and so on, that scene was too long. And I would like to tell you about the nature of the fandom among little children. They do not watch every episode. When they're watching TV, the show comes up, they don't really know how time works, they don't have a schedule, they don't know exactly when the show is on. So they miss a lot of episodes. And that's why I think it was kind of problematic that this show had a season-long story arc. But I guess the writers pulled it off really well, I guess, because of that scene in the season finale when the girls remembered these. A lot of kids has to be reminded of this, because it's really possible that they didn't see that episode. The kids are casual fans, they don't rewatch the episodes, they watch it on TV, they watch it once maybe they miss the first half of the episode, maybe they have to go somewhere and they stop watching it in the middle, maybe they only watch the middle, and so on. It's really important that when there is a ongoing story arc, that the kids will be reminded of it. And I think that a lot of bronies and adult fans take this granted, that everyone watches every episode, they maybe rewatch them, they remember everything, they really hold on to certain plot elements because they know that they will come into place later. But children are not like that. They don't really put these things together. They don't. I am sure season 4 haven't aired yet in my country, so I don't know. Maybe we will talk about that with the kids, but I'm sure that they will not realize that those key elements will come back into play later after they see all the key episodes before the two-parter. I believe that there are certain levels of being a fan of a show. Maybe the higher level is the bronies and adult fans who watch every episode, rewatch them, they theorize about it, they have headcanons, they make fan content, they make art, music, fan fiction, they are really into it, they are really emotionally attached to characters, maybe they see more in the show than that was the writer's intent. I really believe that the writers don't really think through the episodes that much. There are a lot of things that don't come back into play later, like the Fluttershy's Betties. Everyone was theorizing about it. Oh, what does it mean? When will it come back? And I really didn't think when I watched the episode that it will ever come back. I thought it was just a gag. And that's fine. I really think that that's just fine. And we don't need everything to come back into play. And there is the second level, the parents of the kids who watch the show. They understand what's going on in the episode more because they've seen cartoons, they've seen shows, they understand the 3-act structure, they know what is going on. They not necessarily care, they don't enjoy the show maybe. I don't know. I am sure that a lot of parents enjoy the show, but even if they don't, they just watch it with their kids, and they just, oh my god, ponies. At least I don't have to watch through a song. Oh my god, here's a song. Why do you do this to me, dear? Why do I have to watch this with the kid? But I don't believe that there's someone like that. I'm really sure that even if a parent doesn't enjoy the show, they are okay with it. But they don't care. They don't necessarily want to see what's going to happen. They don't want to watch the next episode. They don't want to watch the previous episode. They don't even want to watch the episode they are watching. But I really don't think that they hate it or they are disliking it. I'm sure that objectively the show is good enough. So if someone has to watch it, they won't hate it. They won't dislike it. They're going to be okay with it, even if it's not their kind of stuff, even if it's not their style. And there is the third level, the kids, children, who are really into the show. They are all over it. They love it. Oh my god, My Little Pony! Look how pretty she is! Look how cute! It's so funny, it's so colorful and nice. But they can't tell the characters apart. I was really shocked by it, that they can't tell Twilight and Rarity apart from each other. They don't really know the names of the characters. And I don't mean that they can't tell the names of everyone. They just call Applejack Apple Bloom, Rarity and Twilight being mixed up because they both have purple in them, I guess. But Pinkie Pie is this thing. They know that she's Pinkie Pie. They know that she's the funny one. And they think that Rainbow Dash is a guy. But that was interesting. I didn't know that mistake can be made. That Rainbow Dash is a guy. But that's what they think. Honestly. It's weird, but And they forget about Fluttershy. They don't remember that she's in the show. But we were talking about a lot, and they were all saying that it's funny, that they love the show because it's funny and it's really nice looking, and it has nice songs. And their favorite character, I asked them who's best pony. That's the first question you ask when you meet another fan, and they said Princess Celestia. She's best pony. And I asked them why. She's beautiful. They said she's really nice. She's really kind-hearted. And yes, that those are the, I guess those are the motherly traits that they think of the most important. That it's important to be like regal. I really think that Princess Celestia just reminds them of their mom, and that's why she is their favorite character. She's this mentor, motherly figure that they can really look up to. And I was really fascinated by that. And I asked them, and what about Princess Luna? Do you like Princess Luna? And yeah, we like her too, sure. I guess they said that they liked her in the Halloween episode, Luna Eclipsed. That they were feeling sorry for her. They didn't understand why their other ponies were so mean to her. Oh, she just wants to be friends with everyone. And I spoiled them Princess Twilight because I'm an asshole. But they already knew that because they already had backpacks who had Princess Twilight on them. Even if the season 3 finale aired just recently. By the time I told that they haven't watched it yet, I told them that did you know that Twilight is going to become a princess? And yes, we know, because here's the backpack, it already has Princess Twilight on them. And the episode, season 5, just aired like a week ago or something. They were really excited about that. They were really happy for Twilight. Yay, she's a princess now. I really enjoy seeing them being so innocently excited about the show. And I really think that is really important, that they love it that much. And I asked them, do you have a favorite episode? Do you remember some of the episodes? And yes, they remembered the Pinkie Pie episodes. They remembered Friend Indeed. They remembered the Smile song. They really liked the Smile song. And they remembered from the Apple Bloom episode, I don't know how it was called, when the Cutie Pox, that was it, when Pinkie Pie wanted to tell the truth to that flower, that she ate like too many cookies, and she was still lying. And I was surprised that the kids understood that joke, because to be honest, I think that I was surprised that they caught up on it, that she's telling how much cookies she ate, but it still doesn't work because she's still not telling the truth. She still ate more cookies than she's letting us know of. And they haven't seen the Discord episodes, they haven't seen the Return of Harmony and Keep Calm and Flutter On, they haven't seen those. So when Discord returns in season 4, they will not know who he is and what is going on. And that's why I think it's important to reinforce some informations to casual viewers who don't watch every episode. It's really important that the writers help the kids to know what is going on. They need to know everything in order to understand the lesson, because the main objective of the show, I really believe that, is that to teach these lessons to those who need it, who haven't heard of them before, to tell these lessons in a good and creative and understandable way, while still not thinking that the kids are idiots who wouldn't understand them. Like in Pinkie Pie, they don't read out the lesson, Pinkie Pie doesn't tell it. They just show Pinkie Pie writing it in the journal. And I think that was really clever. And I believe that kids will understand it when they watch it. And finally, when we talk about how My Little Pony is a kids show, we really have to take that seriously. We bronies are the minority. Among my adult friends who don't have kids, who don't watch it, I'm the only one who is a big fan of the show. I don't know anyone else who who considers himself a brony or herself. They don't even know that there is such a thing as brony. They are not involved in the online community. The parents of the kids just watch it on TV whenever they catch it, and every kid watches it in in their kindergarten class. They are all fans. They all watch it. They all know My Little Pony. They maybe not know all the names of the characters, but they have merchandise. They have dolls. They have backpacks. They have MLP stuff, and I really believe that the show needs to concentrate on them. It's the most important, that they can take away the most. And this is why I think that the complaints about that scene in the palace of the two sisters, when they find out about the keys and they remember, and they even have flashbacks to those. Those flashbacks were important because there are a lot of kids watching who haven't seen those episodes, and they need to see those. So they want to watch that episode maybe, or something, or they need a visual reinforcement that these key episodes did happen, and they can find them, they can watch them. Because a lot of kids will only see all the key episodes when they watch a rerun of the show. They won't all see every episode up to the season 4 two-parter. And that's why I think it's important that even if the show and the writers are doing a season-long story arc, I think it's really important to have these reminders of previous episodes in them, even if in a more extended way, in form of flashbacks, because it is needed. Those reminders are really needed, because it's important for the younger viewers to fully understand the story of the two-parter. They have to know what is going on. They have to understand this, and it's important that they spell this out, even if it seems a little insulting for the intelligence. But this isn't for the intelligence. The writers just assume that they haven't seen those episodes. They think of those people who don't watch every episodes. These flashbacks are not for people who watched all the episodes, and now we remind of those because they are stupid and they don't remember, because they haven't referred to those items as keys. They haven't referred to them as important objects. They were just rainbow shining at the end of the episodes. That's kind of subtle. That is subtle. They didn't tell anything about those keys, those items. And I think that a lot of people think that they are hammering it in the season finale, that these are keys. Remember how these are keys? But I really think that it's more subtle than you may think. And I really think that when we as bronies watch the episodes, we have to think of casual fans. The show is for them. The show betters them the most. The show helps children the most. We have to remember that the nature of the show is that it's usually just have standalone episodes. No one kind of expects it to have a season-long story arc. Children don't watch it that way. They expect separate adventures. They expect standalone episodes. And I appreciate that the writers made the key episodes to be standalone episodes as well, because I believe it would be kind of unfair to kids to make it a really tight, story-driven show like, I don't know, like Young Justice, where you kind of, if you missed an episode, you missed some important information and they didn't really remind you of it later. So I really appreciated that in the season 4 finale we were appropriately reminded of the key episodes, and we were reinforced that those objects were keys. And I don't think that scene was too hammered in. I think it was appropriate, I think it was needed, and I think it really helped for the younger viewers to put together the story and what was going on. And I encourage every brony to try to watch the show from that point of view, because most fans are casual viewers, and it's important for them to understand the story properly. So that was it, and expect Chalk Talk to return soon. There are still more than 70 episodes this show that I haven't reviewed. So expect some of those in the near future, and until that, take care.